What's up guys? Jomak here. And for this video, pag-uusapan natin, kailan nga ba ang best time to start crypto mining using GPUs? Or more importantly, and alam ko inaabangan naman ng marami sa inyo, December na ba? Or right now, December 2023, ngayon na ba ang best time para mag-start magmina using a GPU mining rig? Okay? And kung ayaw mo na panoorin yung video, gusto mo lang summary, actually yes, this is the perfect time. Okay? But if you want to know why and ano yung mga things to watch out for, ano yung mga possible factors, bakit mangyayari itong mga to, stick around for the video and pag-uusapan natin yan. Okay? So let's hop into it. Ang best time for mining, again, this is my opinion, and for disclosure, I own mining rig parts and supply. So we build mining rigs, mining rig parts, and all those things. Kaya possible na meron din akong bias. Okay? Again, ulitin ko lang this is my opinion. Okay? So, unahin na natin. Parang ipi-play out natin o i-game out natin yung mga possible na mangyaring scenario next year, 2024. So if you're watching this 2024, I hope na some of these things nagkatotoo na. Alright? So unahin natin, January, ETF approval. So more or less, sa tingin ko ito yung isang magkakos ng lalong paakyat na rally natin. Or actually kahit nga ma-approve or hindi, leading up to January, first or second week, I am hoping that we will see a steady climb towards the deadline, doon sa price ng crypto, towards this deadline, para ma-approve yung ETF for a couple of fund managers ni SEC ng US. Okay? Kasi pag na-approve yun, sabi nila, best case scenario daw, times 6 or maybe more ang Bitcoin. So, anyway, leading up to that, kahit not necessarily the approval, I think leading up to this one, kung parang feeling lang na natin, kung na-hype yung market, tataas na yung crypto eh. So, that's the first one. Yung second is between January to March. Okay, parang inano ko na lang in order, no? January to March, announcement ng interest rate. So alam naman natin, malaking factor. And actually, I think this is the single most the largest single factor that has the most effect dun sa crash na na-experience natin noong 2022 interest rate. Kaya nagbagsakan talaga yung crypto dun. It's not the Ethereum merge. Ito siya, guys. Okay, kasi right after the Ethereum, medyo nakakapag-survive pa tayo. I mean, right after, nakakapag-survive pa konting ergo pero talaga hindi na kinaya dahil lahat pababa, lahat ng investment pababa. Natatandang-tanda ko yan, mga bandang, November. Yan, November 2022, sobrang bagsak talaga. Bitcoin was trading around 16,000 lang. 16,000 USD. Mamaya pag-usapan natin yan actually. Yung trajectory natin ng pricing ng Bitcoin. Again, I'm not saying guaranteed to, pero feeling ko ito yung mangyayari. Again, malaking factor ng crash, biggest factor is interest rate. Tumaas yung interest sa pagkakautang sa US. So, between January to March, there is a chance na it's either i-pause ito ng Federal Reserve, okay? Meaning, hindi na nila itataas lalo. Kasi sa totoo lang, America is right now $1 trillion in debt. Okay? Nung pandemic, meron silang savings. Right now, trillions with a T, hindi billions with a B. $1 trillion in debt ang household ng US. So I don't think they can sustain a bit longer kung magtataas na naman ng interest rate. Baka sobrang takot sila sa inflation, which is I think na-control na nila right now, no? Nagkakaroon na sila parang soft landing na tinatawag. Pero if in case wala pa rin, I don't think ganun sila ka-confident na magtaas lalo ng interest rate dahil wala nang pera yung mga tao, guys. Okay? Baka magkaroon sila ng crash talaga ng depression pagka nangyari yan. Ng stagflation na tinatawag. Anyway, so January to March, that will happen. Ang next is April. So April naman, inaantay ng lahat, is yung BTC halving natin. So basically, ang mangyayari, ang namimining Bitcoin, cut in half. This happens overnight. So parang ganun lang, isang command lang sa code once we reach that specific block. So maraming ASICs, I think ang opinion ko to maraming ASICs na ibebenta. Lalo na yung mga luma ng ASICs, no? And yung mga ASICs na hindi marunong lumipat sa ibang algorithm. Kasi when you say ASIC, di ba? Algorithm specific integrated circuit, meaning they can't really transfer to another algorithm. So, for example, you're using your ASIC for Ethereum, you can't necessarily go into Kaupao or Autolicos, ganun. Hindi siya pwedeng lumipat. So, I think after nung April halving natin for Bitcoin, maraming ASIC na for sale. So, yun lang. And if you're wondering if a lot of you people are asking me kung ano yung opinion ko sa BTC ASIC, actually, it's good. I think worth din siyang tingnan, especially if you have the facility and expertise for it or handa kang gastusan siya. Pero not until April. Bakit, Jomak? Kasi matatapos na ang pagmimina, ang mga ngalahati na yung profit mo eh. Bakit ka bibili ngayon, di ba? I'd rather buy right after ng halving kasi feeling ko mas mura siya. Okay? Anyway, so going back, yung May birthday ko, dinagdag ko na lang para humaba yung slide ko. Anyways, kidding aside, pag-usapan natin kung bakit napaka-importante nitong halving na to. Okay? Sa crypto. Actually, hindi lang BTC, crypto. Kasi alam naman natin, di ba, that when Bitcoin, wait lang, nag-record ba to? Okay, nag-record. So, di ba alam naman natin, no, Bitcoin pricing is, usually it follows yung rally ng BTC. I mean, yung altcoins, no? Yung pricing nila usually follows yung pricing ni BTC. So, kung akit si BTC, chances are after a few days, yung altcoins mo tumataas din. Pag bumaba si BTC nag-crash, most likely, yung altcoins mo mababa din. So, with that being said, sundan natin. Ano nga naman ang nangyayari tuwing nag-halving ang Bitcoin? Gaano kalaki ba yung epekto sa pricing? Ito yung past na halving dates ni Bitcoin. I'm not sure yung sa exact date, lalo na yung mga 2020. Again, guys, this is my second run pa lang sa crypto. Fingers crossed, this is my second bull run sa crypto. Okay? So, hindi ako masyadong, parang hindi absolute na parang na-live ko itong mga pagkakataon na to. Actually, up until 2019, feeling ko scam si Bitcoin. So, ganun ako walang alam sa crypto. Which basically says na kung ikaw ay bago pa lang, please don't be intimidated. Kung ikaw is may edad na, no, nasa 50s ka na, I think the oldest customer I have, the client that I had na nagpa-build ng mining rig sa akin was around 64, 68, ganyan. Siya nung time na yun. I think 64. So, 66 na siya ngayon. Okay. Anyway, ganun. Tapos, the youngest that I have, 7. So, 9 years old na siya ngayon. Pinagawa naman yun actually ng lolo niya para sa kanya, para sa apo niya, para pag-aralan yung mining rig. But anyways, I digress. So, ito pala yung na-live ko na full run. Itong 2020, actually. And so far, so good. I've been able to get more than enough. Actually, I'm quite happy with my results last bull run. And etong 2024 na talaga na to, parang feeling ko, ito yung year ko talaga na parang, kumbaga, parang naka-stretch na yung pakpak mo na, lilipad ka na dito yun. Feeling ko, this bull run, mas prepared na ako right now. Unlike dito, ang dami kong mga firsts talaga. Pero, yeah, well, still learning naman. Anyway, and i-share ko naman sa inyo yung learnings ko. So, going back, no? Ang estimate ko is around 2012 to 2014, yung first cycle. Okay? So, again, i-discuss natin itong mga cycles na ito, yung previous cycles and previous pricing ng Bitcoin during that cycle. Ha? Okay? Para clear lang tayo, no? Yung cycle, tapos magkano yung presyo ng Bitcoin. So, 2012 to 2014, actually, ang nangyayari dito is, kunwari 2012, no? Kunwari ito yung halving. Hindi siya hanggang 2014 eh. Usually hanggang mga parang December 2013. So, ni-round off ko na lang. Kasi ayoko isipin nyo na 1 year lang ang bull run. Usually, it's not. Usually, ang bull run is more than a year. Almost 2 years. Kaya nilagay ko dito. Okay? So, clear tayo doon, ha? So, when we say 2016 to 2018, most likely, yung peak nito, nung cycle na to, is 2017 December. Okay? Bago siya nag-crash. 2020 to 2022, most likely, nangyari yung peak is around mga late 2021. Okay? So, parang gano'n, December, November 2021. Which is, if I recall correctly, no November 2021, nasa 60,000 yata ang Bitcoin nun eh. Okay? So, okay, going back. No? Simulan natin. Nung nag-start ang 2012, Bitcoin is hovering around $100 per coin. So, ano ibig sabihin? 5,000 lang isang Bitcoin. Di ba na 2 million plus? Yeah. Kung bumili ka noong 2012. So, from 2012 to 2014, okay, Bitcoin went from 100 to $700 per Bitcoin. Okay? From 100, guys, 100 to $700 in Bitcoin. 2012 to 2014. First cycle. Tapos, nag-crash siya. Okay? Bakit nasulat ko? Ayan. 100 to 700. Tapos, nag-crash siya ng $219 per coin. Imagine, $100, no? Naging 700, tapos biglang 219. Yes. Ganun siya kababa ng bear market. Tapos, ang next nun, 2016, yung next halving, from 219, nag-enter siya ng 380 dun sa cycle na to. Tapos, ang ending niya is 60. Tama ba to? Di ba? Tingnan mo, sobrang laki, no? 16,500. Kaya, marami nagsasabi na last na yan ng Bitcoin, hindi na yan double. Guys, bottom line, as long as we're keeping on printing money, okay, yung fiat, as long as we're not going back to the gold standard, okay, ng monetary system, palaki lang ng palaki yung supply ng pera sa mundo. And it has been happening for the longest time now, thousands of years. Even World War, even Germany did it before. Okay? US is doing now. Actually, hindi lang US eh. Because we're always pointing our fingers in US. It's not just US. Okay? Even China, quantitative easing sila right now. So, ang daming bansa na gumagawa nito. Kaya, huwag ka na magulat kung bakit sobrang lumalaki siya. Okay? So, going back to sa cycle na yun, no? So, ito yung first cycle mo, okay, from 100 to 700, tapos bumagsak siya hanggang 219 in the West. Ang second cycle mo, nagsimula siya ng 380, umabot ng 16,500. Imagine ko nabili mo siya sa price na to or nito. Diba? So, I'm not even saying na mag-mining kayo. Actually, kahit nga mag-invest ka lang, okay lang. Diba? Tapos, nag-crash siya ng, kanina lowest na? Around 3,500 per Bitcoin. So, roughly 175,000. 180,000, 190,000 pesos per Bitcoin. So, ganun siya kababa. And then, it entered the bull run again noong 2020. So, relatively 8,000. Yan, sana nagigets yung sulat ko. 8,000 per Bitcoin. Pumalo siya ng $63,000. From 3.5 guys. Ulitin ko Clear ko lang to From 3.5. Nag-enter ng 8,000. Pumalo ng 63. Tapos, magkano? Nung nag-crash siya? 15,000 USD daw pero nakita ko 16. By the way, I'm using coin 360. No? So if you're curious, you can go ahead and look it up yourself. Okay. So we went as low as 16,000. And why I tell people, okay, a lot of you guys, you message me, you call me, especially my clients, they ask me, tapos na ba ang bear market? I'm saying to them, in terms of crypto, I don't think we can go lower. Kasi galing na tayo dito eh. Diba? I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Diba? Especially ngayon, December 5, 2023, we're at 42,000 right now. Kahit nga sabihin natin mag-crash siya bukas. Huwag naman sana, pero kung sakali, 40, 35, 30, I don't think we can go that low, guys. Even if ma-deny siya ng ETF. I don't think we can go that low. Siguro mga 35 ya. 30, parang malabo. Kasi we still have the halving. So, anyway. Tapos yung interest rate pa. Kahit ngayon lang, i-pause nila or i-roll back nila ng konti. Yeah, I think mag-rally siya. So, anyway, we are entering lowest natin, 16. And a lot of, hindi naman lahat. Siguro a few of my clients, hindi naman lalagpas ng 10. Hindi ko pinatuloy nung time na yun. Kasi kahit ako sabi ko parang malabo eh. Bilhin nyo na lang. And a few of them bought sa 16,000. So ito talaga. Kahit Jollibee lang, nanonood kayo. Sige. Anyway, going back, no? So we are entering at magkano? Sabi yung 40,000 na lang for this bull run. Ito yung pinag-uusapan natin guys, yung peak. Okay? Again, ulitin ko And I cannot stress this enough. Kasi nung last akong gumawa ng video, hindi pa ganun eh. Nasa 35 tayo last time, or 37. Hindi ko matandaan eh. Siguro 35. Yan. Anyway, I just want to iterate this again guys. Kung ikaw, wala kang alam sa crypto, hindi ka pa nag-invest, okay? And don't even get started with Axie, with Pi Network. Alam niyo naman yung feeling ko towards those things, okay? Actually, hindi pa nga ako yung tipo ng taong mahilig mag-hold ng altcoins eh. Meron ako yung konti, SHIB, ganyan. Pero alit lang, as in parang wala pa yatang, di abot ng 20 mil. Siguro mga 15,000 lang. Compared to my Bitcoin and Ethereum holdings. Malit lang. Yung mga SHIB, Solana, Raven, malit lang. Anyway, kung bago ka pa lang sa crypto, okay? Nagsa-start ka pa lang. Huwag ka mag-shortcut. Huwag ka nang maghanap ng kung anong pwede mo pang invest na flavor of the month, no? If you're watching this content, kasi hindi ako for trading talaga, hindi ako marunong, hindi ko yung expertise. Kahit nung panahon ko sa stocks, nag-invest lang ako sa Double Dragon saka sa Jollibee, tapos kinalimutan ko na. Okay? And then, syempre, nag-out na ako doon. Malaki. Sobrang laki nung, bumili ako ng Double Dragon, 4 pesos lang. So, for, yun, ganun. Tapos, nagbenta ako, hindi ko na maalala. 17? So, ilang double din, no? Ilang double yung rolyo niya, ng pera ko, bago ako mag-exit. Anyway, kung ngayon ka pa lang magsa-start, actually, I think this is the perfect time to invest. Not necessarily sa akin, I don't even sell rigs right now, yung full build. Wala ko nung, guys, promise, wala akong stock ngayon. I'm not selling brand new GPUs kasi alam ko hindi yun sulit eh. Di ba? Minero din ako eh. Ang kaibahan ko sa ibang shops, ako mismo nagmimina ako eh. So, hindi ko ma-recommend talaga sa inyo yung brand new cards. Unless talagang gusto mo Pero hindi. Mas maganda bumili ka ng used cards. Okay? Kung kaka-start mo pa lang, hindi mo kailangan sumayaw-sayaw maghanap ng kung ano-anong investments. get in. Habang early pa lang tayo ng cycle. Again, hindi yan guaranteed, no? It may crash, it may go back to 30,000, although feeling ko hanggang 35 lang. Pero bababa man siya. Yung system unit mo, when you're buying your mining rig, yung GPU mo, you're buying it used second hand, no? A good card, Tri-Fan 3070, 3060 Ti, good for gaming, good for editing, good for CAD, no? Especially good for mining, napaka-efficient. I don't think you will sell that for, kunwari na lang sobrang hindi ka marunong tumawad, binili mo 15, 16, 17,000. Magbibenta mo yun eh. You will lose probably mga 3,000 lang. Yung system unit, sabihin natin, sige, mag-lose ka ulit, mga 3,000, double natin yung loss mo. 6,000. Wala yun guys, sobrang liit lang nun. Compared nung nag-build kami nung bull run last year. And mind you, when I started, okay, hindi yan ang price ng Bitcoin. When I started mining, Bitcoin is barely around the 30,000 USD level. And at the time, okay, ito pa nakakatawa nun. At the time, I talked to previous miners, 3 sila, wala nag-advise sa akin na tumuloy ka. Okay? Nakakatawa pa nun, nag-join ako ng Facebook group. Okay? That's why I started my own group eh. Nag-join ako ng Facebook group. And yung advice din ng mga tao doon, don't go to crypto mining. Okay? So, tingnan mo naman. Again, I'm not saying na basta gawin mo lang to automatic. May effort din, no? And that's the reason why I don't usually answer questions, yung mga paulit-ulit. Especially pag na-discuss ko na. Or napakadaling i-google ng information sa internet. Usually, I don't answer it anymore. Kasi alam ko na it takes effort, learning talaga when doing this. But at the same time, hindi siya imposible. You just have to get a few things right. And one of them is yung timing mo. Okay? Sabihin na natin, no? Pinapanood mo to 2024 or maybe 2025, which is most likely yung peak ng next bull run if Bitcoin will be 100,000 USD right now or maybe more. Huwag ka malungkot. Kasi, abangan mo to. Okay. Sa segue na rin pala ako, no? Guys, one of the biggest na mistake ko sa last na bull run, well, actually, nakapag-cash out naman ako. Pero, one of the mistakes na ginawa ko is hindi ako nag-cash out nung all-time high. And going into the bear market, I was actually I was having lots of reserves din nung time na yun. Malaki pa, nasa kalating million pa yung binaon ko sa bear market na crypto. Unfortunately, ngayon mataas na siya. Pero nung 16,000, wala, ipit na ako nun eh. Hindi ko na mabenta. So, thankfully, tumaas na siya ngayon. So anyway, kung hindi ka na makakapasok and you're watching this video a few years from now, masarap actually balikan eh. Kasi I'm really curious kung gaano kataas na yung Bitcoin that time eh. Kaya ikaw, future Jomac, kung nanonood ka rin ito nako, I'm telling you. Okay, sana sobrang laki. So, sana 8 figures na, no? Ang ipon. Anyway, start small, okay? Paulit-ulit lang yung advice ko. Start early sa cycle. And don't forget to avoid my mistake last time. Nag-take naman ako ng profit pero hindi ko sinagad-sagad. So, this run talaga magte-take ako ng profits. Promise. Okay, mas magte-take ako ng profits. Pero early in the cycle, I will also spend more actually. May scale ko talaga yung operations ko ngayon. Lalo na laki na ng area tapos planning to do solar pa. So, doon sa solar pa lang yung binayad ko last bull run, talagang nakabili na sana ako sa sakyan eh. Di ba? Pang second hand na SUV na. Pero this time around makakatipid ako. Kahit siguro mga 16 to 20% happy na ako for my power cost. Okay. But anyways guys, pinahaba ko lang actually yung video. More on kwentuhan. But hopefully, I will have an editor soon. Sana kahit freelance para makat niya to into pieces and turn it into YouTube Shorts. So if you're watching this on sa YouTube Shorts, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Our next video, I think na-discuss ko naman lahat. Our next video is ASIC versus GPUs. Okay? And that's it. If you wanna do a screenshot, I don't know kung maintindihan niyo yung sulat ko, pero this is it, guys. Tingin ko, fearless prediction, huwag mo ipako sa cruise, kasi manghuhula lang din ako eh. Kung nag-enter ka ng 219, tapos ganito kalaki. Nag-enter ka ng 35, tapos ganito kalaki. Napapansin mo yung upside, no? Lumiliit siya, no? Habang tumatagal. Tapos, 16,000, no? Kasi nag-times 20 siya dito. Dito sobrang lalaki. Feeling ko times 10 is not impossible by this bull run. Again, sinabi ko na to before, no? Yung gains this cycle might not be as big. Sana mali ako. Pero tingin ko, it might not be as big as the previous ones we have. Yung times na to, itong lowest. So feeling ko, ito, swerte na tayo ng times 10. So 160,000 USD per coin. So, compute mo na lang rough math mo kung meron kang siguro mga 2 million yun sa crypto. Yeah, 10 million. I mean, not right now. Times 4 na lang pala. So, 8 million. Di ba? Kawawa ka naman. Pero, yung mga malalakas na fellow miners ko dyan, alam niyo kung sino kayo. Okay? So, alam niyo na kung if this happens, okay? Ano na lang tayo? Sports car meet. Alright? But anyways, guys, kidding aside, thank you for watching and I hope to see you soon on my next videos. Guys, Jomak here. Peace out.